Look, I was always a moderate Republican, but look, here's what the deal is: we have a real life autocratic fascistic movement in this country that has a floor of 40%. We have 140 members of the House, 7 members of the Senate on January 6th after a violent insurrection to destabilize the country takes place. They voted, they stood up and voted in an act of Congress to nullify the results of certified state elections in a country where the states created the Congress and not the other way around. And in doing so, established a new Jim Crow caucus as they sought to wipe out millions of black votes just because to keep into power the person who lost the election, making him dictator and ending the American Republic. That's what's happened.
Yeah.
To your point though on politics, my politics has evolved over the years, and I don't necessarily look at it, though I'm broadly sympathetic to your point of view on Republicans and presidencies and the disaster. I think we got a problem of big in this country. Everywhere of big banks,
Yeah.
big tech, big everything, and everywhere you see big, the little guy's getting fucked.
And big government.
Right? Big government. Look,
I mean, Steve, I did hear you talk against big government for a lot of years. I mean, you couldn't have forgotten all that.
Look, it's not just the solar calendar. I mean, we built the Golden State Bridge and the Empire State Building in about 9 months each in the 1930s.
I know.
If you tried to do that today, it would take
I'm telling you.
15 years.
3 years for the shed.
You know?
It's insane. So, okay, that was interesting what you just said, and I think I agree with all of it. Let me read you what Joe Biden said about 6 weeks before the election. He said, the thing that will fundamentally change with Donald Trump out of the White House, not a joke, that's him saying not a joke, not me, is you will see an epiphany occur among many of my Republican friends. How's that epiphany going?
No.
10?
I mean,
saw one of them.
Yeah, one, yeah. Well, okay, but they don't do epiphanies. I feel like this is a problem with Democrats. Always hoping for something that, it's the Charlie Brown with the football thing. That, it just never, they never come around. Susan Collins never does the right thing. Robert Mueller fucks it up.
Right. Biden has learned, though, and he's actually sounded a lot like people like me for the last 10 years, where most Democrats, including Barack Obama, came in and they defined bipartisanship as working with Mitch McConnell. And Mitch McConnell could deny those votes and deny that veneer bipartisanship. What Joe Biden has come in and said, it's not about McCain, or it's not about McConnell or any of those other Republicans. It's about the American people. And the COVID Relief Act that's going through Congress right now has the approval rating of 86%. That includes Republicans and independents. That is true bipartisanship. Ask Mitch McConnell.
Is
He
it
doesn't get to decide it anymore.
86% at the high number that they want, at the 1.9 trillion? Do you think they did the impeachment the right way? Because I think you're always going down a fool's path when you try to link rhetoric, unless it's really explicit, with actions. And of course, that's what the Republicans are making the case for today. I mean, it's a terrible case, and of course, he is a criminal. But the crime was denying that he lost the election. I feel like the making it about the riot was sort of a distraction. I mean, you could always make similar cases where people, and that's what the Republicans are doing. And all week long on Fox News, all they show is the one time he said in his speech on January 6th the word peaceful. Okay? I just feel like that's a very hard case to make. Whereas they had a tape of him with the guy from Georgia saying, find me 11,000 new votes. They had his voice on tape. That to me would have been a better, if you want to try him again, I think that I would have rather seen the Republicans defend that. The guy on tape saying, find me 11,000 new votes and I can win this thing. I can't think of a more smoking gun than that.
Look, these months,